Many of us own guns, many of us train to learn how to use them, so we are preparing for an event that we hope never comes to protect our lives. But what happens after that? If we do have to use force against somebody, what comes next? And are you ready for that? My name is Frank Latella. I'm a law enforcement firearms instructor, self-defense instructor, and I own a gun store in South Florida. I decided to become a member of Attorneys on Retainer, and I did a ton of research before spending my money with them. I looked into the USCCA, I looked into the US Law Shield, CCW Safe, and there was a couple other ones as well. And the reason why I decided to sign up with Attorneys on Retainer is because it is not insurance based. After I became a member, I decided to become an affiliate with them. And of course, I want you to know I am not getting paid to make this video. However, as an affiliate, if you use my promo code Boynton Guns, you'll save $25. We do get compensated for that, but I'm making this video because I choose to. I'm not getting paid to say what I'm saying. So Attorneys on Retainer is backed by Attorneys for Freedom, which is a law firm in Arizona. It's an actual law firm, meaning it's not some internet-based thing. There are people, attorneys that work there. They offer representation in all 50 states, including DC, in collaboration with local co-counsel. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up is because I want you to understand that this is a attorney-backed program, that you have attorney-client privilege with them from the beginning for USCCA, Law Shield, CCW Safe. It's indirect. They assign you an attorney after the fact. So the criteria for coverage is very simple. If you are charged or you're reasonably concerned about being charged with a crime, whether it's a felony or misdemeanor, you qualify. The second thing is, if you can reasonably and in good faith assert that you acted in self-defense or defense of others. And of course, you're only going to be covered if the incident happened after you became a member. AOR will still cover you, even if you decide to take a plea deal or you are convicted of a criminal act. If you are impaired by drugs or alcohol, if you were involved in a negligent or accidental discharge, and a lot more. AOR will waive all of their representation fees, of course, aside from the monthly membership, for criminal and civil defense, all the way through jury trial, hopefully it doesn't make it that far, and any necessary appeals. Everything from expert witness investigation, retrials, appeals, court costs, all of that, no additional fees for you. AOR provides civil liability coverage up to $100,000. So you might be thinking, well, civil, why would I need that? Anyone can sue anybody for anything. So you have to use force against somebody. They will come back and sue you. Their family may come back and sue you. So it's an extra means of protection. AOR will cover up to $15,000 towards red flag law coverage. Oftentimes, these laws, they might sound good on the outside, but many of these are false accusations. Oh, they say somebody accuses me of doing something wrong and my guns are confiscated. That's not okay. AOR will provide you with up to $1,000 for firearm reimbursement. What does that mean? If you have to use your gun in self-defense, it is seized as evidence. And if you only own one gun, I don't know many firearm owners that only own one, but maybe you have a concealed carry gun that you need to be replaced, they will provide funds so that you can continue to protect yourself. Now, this next one is a big one. Mental health support. Up to $1,500 of mental health support that none of these other companies charge. Something that I never even thought of until I became a member and said, wow, if something traumatic happens, it's good to have something like this rather than trying to bottle it up. And that's why we see a lot of incidents after someone experiences PTSD. There are so many other things that's covered here: bail bond assistance, crime scene cleanup. As odd as that may sound, you have to take care of business in your own house. The body's removed, but the blood is not. So after the self-defense situation is over, once you call 911, you contact attorneys on retainer. Now, they're going to give you their emergency phone number, meaning you don't have to go to Google and search that. You save it in your phone. You even have that information on your membership card. I do recommend you go to their website. They have a ton of videos made by the attorneys, and they give you a lot of self-defense advice on the legal side, including what to say when you pick up the phone to call 911.
Keep your mouth shut.
Anything can be used against you in court. So short, sweet, to the point, end that phone call, and then contact attorneys on retainer. Let's briefly talk about the USCCA, United States Concealed Carry Association. That is where they provide some videos on self-defense, and they have an instructor program, kind of like the NRA, where you're a basic pistol instructor. You could be a USCCA instructor. The USCCA and Delta Defense has been receiving some negative pushback, specifically regarding their exclusion policy. Remember, they are insurance based. Let's compare that to a health insurance company. You pay them every month. When you need them, they look through and say, well, sorry, we don't cover that. One case specifically, Kayla Giles. You can look that up for details, but essentially, she needed to defend herself with a firearm, and she did that to protect herself and her kids, and the USCCA dropped her. I don't want to have to think, well, I'm paying for something and maybe I'll be covered, hopefully. No, I want to know for sure, and I know that attorneys on retainer, they have my back. Now, I got to be honest with you. About 4 or 5 years ago, when I first got my FFL, my federal firearms license, I was a partner with the USCCA. So they sent somebody in, did some footwork recruiting, and they told me everything I wanted to hear. And I'll be straight up, I didn't do my research because I didn't even know other companies existed. USCCA sounds great. And it was free for me to sign up. They gave me all these perks. And then I realized they said, well, when you do a class, when you're working with somebody doing a firearm lesson, let us know. We're going to send somebody down and we're going to sell them, essentially. And I didn't like the way that was. So you want me to teach something and then have you send someone in to start promoting your product? And then I started doing research. I know I should have done the research first. Now I learned, which is why I changed what I did. And I realized, whoa, okay, so this is insurance based and they do have a lot of exclusions. Let's start a discussion in the comment section. First, I want you to tell me, if you belong to an organization, which one you belong to and why. Then I want you to let me know if I got anything wrong. Maybe I misspoke, or maybe I should have said something and I left it out. Drop a comment because I want to hear from you. So if you want top tier self-defense coverage and protection, you can join Attorneys on Retainer just like I did. To save $25 on your AOR sign up, use promo code Boynton Guns. That's B as in Bravo, BOYNTONGUNS. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. I post a lot of content regarding self-defense, use of force, firearms, everything in between. Thank you for watching, guys. Be safe. Remember that you are your own first responder.